right, so we are going to talk about some killer stuff tonight. We're going to talk about strategy in marketing, especially in the of where we are in the marketplace today. Finding deals, looking for deals, and after you're done this tonight, you're going to know exactly what we do as successful wholesalers to go out and attract the best type of deals. Now, it's interesting that I have come from the world of marketing to, actually I haven't. I mean, I developed into and learned about marketing, but what we're going to talk about tonight is a strategic way to increase your marketing and be able to attract more sellers than any time possible, but also too, basically being able to come from two different angles, and it's crazy to see the test results we're going to share with you tonight on similar campaigns that we've run are just amazing. So this is about the freshest, newest, if that's a word, stuff that we're going to talk about that is working now in the marketplace, that we're using every single day in the marketplace, that is kicking. So. All right, so you're going to discover this surprisingly simple but deadly secret weapon that'll practically force you into the top 5% income earners by tripling, and we're going to show you tripling results. Income earners by tripling the amount of deals you get instantly by eliminating all the local competition, by dominating your market, plus gain an unfair advantage when you say these simple but powerful words. Two simple but powerful words. All right, so we're going to talk about how to triple your income, which is a huge advantage, okay? We're going to talk about how to dominate your local market instantly by eliminating all the competition using the secret weapon. We are going to talk about a marketing technique that no one has ever talked about ever. We are going to talk about a specific marketing channel that no one in the entire country has taught. You're going to see it and hear it first time here ever, right? And it's going to be numbing to see when we're developing it right now into something which is going to be an absolute game changer in the industry, and it's going to be a way to get so many leads. It's just going to be out of control, And what's cool, it can be set and forget, which is killer. Once I show it to you, you're going to freak out. You're going to be like, oh my gosh. And it uses the power of the internet and also the power of offline. And you know what? I guarantee you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. This is something we've researched, something we're in process of testing right now. And we're going to share the results with you here. And it's going to sweep the nation of what we're doing when it comes to strategic marketing for sellers that nobody else is doing in the marketplace, okay? And no, it's not direct mail. No, it's not pay-per-click advertising. No, it's not bandit signs. No, it's not, a bird dog system. No, it's not, virtual wholesaling or any of that. It's none of that. It's something, it is insane. Wait till we show you exactly what it is. But anyways, you're going to learn how to gain overnight credibility even if you're brand new and have never flipped a house before. Okay, and you're going to discover the two simple, powerful words that instantly attract more sellers by giving you an unfair advantage, a detailed real estate market prediction, and the most effective way to capitalize on this massive shift. Also, you're going to meet Frank and Robert, two friends, and you'll discover the dramatic monetary difference between these two real estate investors. Both of them are successful. Let me make that clear. Both of them are successful. One of them is using the secret weapon and is enabling him to triple his results in the same market. Okay, triple his results in the same market. Now, they're both doing exceptionally well, better than probably 90% of the people in the country, because they're following specific marketing strategies, but one of them is able to triple results. True stuff. Now, Frank is using a secret weapon, and Robert is not. Now, I'm going to blow through my, people go, well, who is this guy? What's, his story? Is a loudmouth, I know. And I'm going to blow through this because a lot of you, already know my story. But, I had a dead-end job. I completely hated it. It sucked. I was introduced to wholesaling early in 2003, and I got my first check in May of 2003. I was in a situation where I didn't like what I did, and I discovered wholesaling, and I was the person that thought you had to have cash and credit to get involved in real estate. So once I understood how how wholesaling worked, that you could simply get a property under contract, and then you could flip that contract, and you can make the spread in between. I could get a contract with a seller for $50,000. I could then get a contract with a buyer for $60,000, and I could turn around and submit it to a title company and instruct them to do an assignment or a double escrow. The buyer would wire in the 60, 50,000 would go to the seller, and the 10,000 will go to me. Well, I made my first check doing that exact same thing of $11,008, and that changed everything for me. I quit my job, which was, I don't recommend, but then I went nuts. I was like, holy cow, this is absolutely incredible. Where you don't have to be smart. I don't have a college education. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps because they're the only one that would take me, and I liked their uniform. The guy was cool, signed me up. And yeah, I went to the Gulf War and all that type of stuff, but like I said, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed at all. But the bottom line is that I discovered wholesaling, and it doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter if you're smart. It doesn't matter if you're dumb as a rock. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can turn around, and if you really learn this business, right, and you apply yourself, you can go out and have phenomenal success. I discovered wholesaling in 2003. I've since that time have bought and sold over $140 million in real estate, ranging from single-family houses to land acquisition and entitlement projects to 300-unit 300-unit apartment complexes, all different various types of properties in different sectors. And I want to make something clear, is that I don't want to take the credit for it. Like I said, I'm not the smartest guy. I'm blessed, and I'm going to tell you after I'm done all this, who I'm going to give credit to, and you'll be pretty much surprised by it. But anyway, so I started the podcast in iTunes in April of 2010. The podcast was primarily set up to help teach local bird dogs, right? Because they were asking me all the questions, and what about this, and how do I do that, and what do I do this? So pretty much I poured my heart out into a microphone, and I stuck it on iTunes, right? Next thing you know, all the local bird dogs started listening to it, and I get people that call me all the time with properties, right? And then the people across the country started listening to it. And it just started blowing up. Now there's, I've had over 2.5 million people across the entire world in 196 different countries listen to the podcast, and it amazes me. And I'm humbled by it. I just, I can't believe it, but it's amazing. So the primary focus is wholesaling. Over 325,000 downloads a month. It's currently rated the #1 real estate investing podcast in iTunes for wholesaling. So now, I also wrote a book, and I hate to write. That's why I actually talk into a mic, and I'm better doing that than I actually write. But I did sit down and write a book, and it was the #1 real estate book in Amazon for 34 straight months, and has been downloaded over 500,000 times. And it's pretty much a blueprint of my entire business, from starting from scratch and going out and making 6 figures, if not a year, if not a month, in this business step by step. So let's get into a market shift and prediction, but let me tell you who I give credit to. Because the bottom line is that, like I said, you don't have to be smart. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your education level. It doesn't matter anything. The bottom line is you can learn what we're going to be talking about tonight. You can learn about the business of wholesaling, and you can take it into any sector. You can learn about it, and you can become a great fix and flipper because you know how to find distressed properties. You can take it into buy and hold because you know how to find distressed properties. And also, wholesaling creates a now income, and then fix and flip becomes a little bit later income, and then buy and hold creates more of a long-term type of income. So understanding wholesaling, understanding how to locate and market for distressed sellers. And what are we looking for? We're looking for distress in the circumstantial distress. Maybe it be divorce, maybe it be a code violation, maybe it be I don't know, whatever. It could be, any type of circumstance where someone gets transferred out of state, and then now they have to, they have to pay both house payments. We're also looking for physical distress. Maybe the property is beat up, it's boarded up, it's been trashed, it's been fire damaged or something. That is a physical distress property. Or we could be looking for financial distress, where it could be in foreclosure, or it could be behind on payments. It could be a bankruptcy situation. That is financial distress. So when we market, we're looking for financial distress, okay? And that's why someone would sell a house that's worth $100 for 50 grand, because they don't want to have to fix up the property. They don't want to have to list it and fix it all up and pay real estate commissions and wait, right? Because what we offer as wholesalers is we offer a defined price, okay? We offer a defined price. We also offer a defined date. So when a seller goes out into the marketplace and they're trying to sell a property quickly, and a real estate agent, which real estate agents are absolutely phenomenal, and they are great at dealing with all the other people in the market that are maybe not in distress, okay? And they talk to real estate, and the real estate agent says, okay, we're going to list it, but we don't know exactly what price you're going to get. And we're going to list it, and we don't know exactly when your property is going to sell. So there is no defined price, and there is no defined date. So as real estate wholesalers, we give a certainty to the wholesaler when it comes to price and time. Seller can pick the date of closing, and also we can negotiate the best price. It's a win-win for both parties. That's our value in the marketplace as wholesalers. Now, we have the ability then to select the ones we want to fix and flip, and then select the ones that we want to potentially buy and hold, or select the ones that we want to flip wholesale and make quick profits in 7 days or less flipping houses. So that's why I love wholesaling, because it's a great business. It's a win-win for all parties involved, which is phenomenal. Okay, so now credit. Well, if you've watched football, and we're watching football last night, a Monday Night Football, when the great game last night was phenomenal. But if you see a football player running down, and they catch a phenomenal catch over the shoulder, right? And they go, it's just an amazing catch, and they take it into the end zone for the touchdown. And then that football player looks up in the sky and he points, right? Well, he's pointing to God, because you know what? That's who he gives credit to, and that's what I give credit to too, because I know I'm not the smartest guy in the book. I know I'm not the luckiest guy whatsoever. So I know there has to be forces outside of me to be able to live the lifestyle that I'm able to live, which is just absolutely amazing. To be able to take the trips that I go on for vacation. I have a beautiful beach house in Southern California. Drive $80,000 cars. It's amazing to see what's happening, but I know I'm blessed for it. So I just want to make that clear. Because I don't want to be this egomaniac guy that's saying, hey, it's all me. I'm the deal. Because I'm not, and I know I'm not. So here's the deal. Market shifts. Let's talk about market shifts. There are, just like everything, they go up and down. Timing is everything, okay? Now, there's optimism. So when I first got started in 2003, right, we were at the optimistic stage to the left in blue, okay? That was at the optimistic stage on the left-hand side of the screen right there. If you're looking at it, I guess, is that your right or left? I guess it's left. And then what happens in 2004, we went to excitement. And then in 2005, we hit euphoria. At that time, right, I had 120 rental properties that I accumulated from 2004 to early 2005. $36 million property portfolio. It was pretty much negotiated, done through seller financing, and basically built a huge portfolio. The opportunity came in early 2005 to sell our entire portfolio to investors out of California. and they bought our literally from May to November. Bought our entire portfolio. It was amazing. More money came in than I've ever even dreamed of, and it was crazy. And then what happened in 2007? Right, the market started to crash. Right, and the market started to go down. And what happens in real estate? It's all supply and demand. In the euphoria stage in Phoenix in 2005, there was 5,000 units on the market. Right? And when we hit the depression at the bottom stage there in 2008, there was 55,000 units. Okay, a healthy market is roughly 20 to 25,000 units. Currently in Phoenix, we have about 23,000 units on the market. So with real estate, it is very cyclical when it comes to inventory levels. So if you're new in real estate and you're looking at real estate, look at your inventory levels, historic inventory levels, and that will give you a really good indication of where your local market is when it comes to the strength of either if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. So back to my story, back in 2007 and 8, the market started to crash. Big time, 2007 it started to crash, and I remember I was reading the newspaper every single day looking for some sign that there was some sign of something, that the market was coming back, and it was just bad story after bad story. Washington Mutual crashed, bank after bank crashed. Next thing you know, it was 2008 and there was nothing going on in real estate. Home builders were going out of business left and right. Large home builders are going out of business. Stock prices were cut down to, less than half of what they used to be. And at the time, no one was doing anything in real estate. The stock market, they had to come out with this whole TARP thing where, billions, close to $1 trillion was injected into the marketplace to stop it from crashing. And that's why our country's in so much debt. But the bottom line is that the market recovers. Okay. Now, the timeline the market recovers is an unknown thing. Now, in our particular case, it was considered a hockey stick recovery. That means it went flat for a certain period of time in 2008, 2009, early 2010, and then boom, like a hockey stick, it went straight up. It went like crazy. Next thing you know, investors, hedge funds are coming in and purchasing properties left and right, and now we find ourselves back at the optimism stage, at the hope and optimism stage in the marketplace right now. That's where it is a seller's market. Okay, the one who controls the inventory, especially inventory with equity, controls their market. Now, seasonally in the marketplace, October, November, December are slower months for selling when it comes to fix and flip, and it's great months for wholesalers like you and I, because buyers are positioning themselves to have properties onto the marketplace through January through June, which is seasonally a hot buying season. Okay, and people are positioning for tax purposes at the end of the year to purchase properties. Because their accountant comes in and says, listen, you got to buy 3 properties or you're going to be screwed next year for taxes. So what they're doing is they're coming. So typically, for me, some of the absolute best months are October, November, December, because buyers come out of the woodworks looking for good deals. Now, let me tell you one thing, is that buyers' #1 buying decision is equity. Whether it be a fix and flip buyer, whether it be a buy and hold buyer, the #1 buying decision is equity, and that's what they look for. So where are we in the marketplace today? Where are we when it comes to this sale? Well, the scale. Let's look at some of the recent news. It says biggest home price increase since 2006. That means prices are going up. Best real estate housing market through 2016. So this particular paper is basically saying, it's going to be one of the best real estate markets since 2016. Well, now we're entering 2014 in a couple months, right? We want to position to capitalize on 2014, 2015. In these years could set you up financially for the rest of your life if you're positioned correctly to take advantage of it. Okay? Best real estate markets, and it shows Miami, San Francisco, Los Altos, Seattle. This could be all over the entire country. So look at this, Tucson on there. So we're in a hot market. CoreLogic, home prices rise the most in 7 years. Similar stats there. Home prices value 16 consecutive months. Case-Shiller, home prices jump most since 2006. Foreclosures dry up. This is an interesting thing that has made a massive shift in the marketplace. Foreclosures have been a steady supply for investors, either bank-owned properties that they can bid on and get off the MLS, or they can buy at the county courthouse or the auctions. Well, guess what? They're seeing foreclosures completely dry up. That means there's less distressed inventory in the marketplace right now, and it's harder to find deals. Bloomberg, U.S. foreclosure filings declined to lowest in 6 years, okay? Because the market's recovering. Sellers now are finding themselves to where they're at or what they owe. So if they, 3 years ago, if they had a $100,000 house and they owed $100,000, their house was worth $60,000, $70,000. Now they're looking at it and their house is worth $100,000. Instead of just letting it go, they go, maybe we'll hang on to it and see what happens in the next couple of years. So the next couple of years from now, it's worth 120. Now they're a little bit better off, and maybe they're not going to let their house go. So housing inventory, this is the most important indicator. The important indicator of whether we are in a buyer or seller's market. The less the inventory we have, of course, the more demand in the marketplace and the better off it is, okay, for all of us. So here's the thing. Here's what is expected. It's all about inventory. In 2012, the big question was home prices would hit bottom. 2000 inventory. Supply of home sales across the nation has fallen 43%, which has fueled bidding wars and helped out the Bayou home price competitive housing markets. Sellers market developing as housing inventory hits a 13-year low. The story is inventory. Coupled by the brisk pace of sales, there is currently a 4.7-month supply of existing home sales. A 6-month supply is considered healthy, according to the National Association of Realtors. So we are seeing decreased inventory in the markets, okay? And this inventory levels will continue to decrease as lending laws loosen. Now check this out. Interest rates and lending guidelines. Interest rates are still at historic lows. Even though they might have ticked up a little bit, they're still at historic lows. And here's the most interesting part. Mortgage guidelines loosen into 2013, right? So as in 2013, 2014, mortgage qualification standards are loosening. So what does that mean? That means there are more conventional buyers into the marketplace. More buyers means a reduced amount of inventory, which means an increased demand, okay? This will continue through 2014. Lending laws will loosen, right, which will create more of a buyers into the market, which will create more of a demand on housing. This is great for fix and flippers. This is great for wholesalers, not as good for buy and holders, because if there's more buyers in the marketplace, there'll be less renters. So you might see rents kind of decrease, which they already have. Housing market prediction. Inventory levels will continue to decrease. Lending guidelines will continue to loosen, thus bringing more qualified buyers into the marketplace. Foreclosure levels will decrease, which will practically remove distressed inventory off the marketplace. Okay? It will remove distressed inventory off the marketplace. Short sales will still be in play, but investors must work right around the 90-day deed restrictions. The thing that sucks about short sales is that you don't know when the approval is going to happen. It's a long time period, and then once it's done, you have to navigate around the 90-day deed restriction. That's why I don't do a lot of short sales. I typically deal with motivated sellers or HUD home properties. Now, if you'll see, HUD inventory usually decreases dramatically from January to June, right, which it gets crazy, and then increases usually between October, November, and December. So if you have been bidding on HUD homes like I have, then you'll see that there's an increased inventory, which is very good. So that means you want to start bidding lower in the percentile. So instead of bidding, say, at 80% or 79% or 91%, whatever market you're in, start bidding lower, because the inventory levels have increased and HUD will lower their threshold. Just an FYI. So what's this mean for you? Now is the time to capitalize on the market. 2014 is going to be a ridiculous year. 2014 is going to be the best year yet. 2013 for me has been my best financial year in my entire life. 2013, and I know 2014 is even going to be better. I'm looking to triple my income in 2014. So now, the investors can get consistent deals will maximize the opportunity, meaning that if you have a deal inflow, a deal flux, right, you will have an incredible opportunity to capitalize on this market that has, like I said, it's a small window. We have a small window of time, where buyers are coming in and we're getting to a point where we'll get to a normal market. And when that happens, it's going to be, guess what? We have to get properties at a deeper discount. Right now, we can get properties under contract, and guess what? The discount doesn't have to be as much because there's buyers looking for inventory. Fix and flip investors, wholesalers will be out of business unless they know how to use the secret weapon. Now, they won't be out of business. They will be in a situation where they'll have less inventory to be able to tackle. Okay, they will be able less inventory in the marketplace. So they want to do whatever they can do to be able to strategically capitalize on the marketplace. We have a small window of opportunity to change our family's financial future. So this secret weapon can be used if you're a wholesaler and need more deals, can be used if you're a fix and flip investor and want the best deals, can be used if you're a buy and hold investor looking for the most equity and cash flow. So what does the secret weapon do for you? It'll attract 3 times more motivated sellers without spending more money on marketing, attract the right type of seller ready to sign the deal, will automatically separate you from all the other investors going after the same deals, will provide a resource you need to run all the resources you need to run a successful business. It's almost like a done for you type of thing, which is great. Now, I know when I first got started, there's so many things you got to think about. You got to think about, okay, I want to attract motivated sellers, so I want to then find a list to target. So I'm going to go to list source, and I'm going to pull absentee owners. I'm going to pull high equity, or I'm going to get an inheritance list, or I'm going to get, which all work. They all work. I market to them. I market to all those different lists. Then you got to figure out the postcard you want to mail. Which postcard are you going to mail? What's it's going to say? Is it proven? Is it tested? Is it going to work? Okay, what answering system you're going to send them to? How's that going to work, right? And how that? Then you got to set up a website. You understand HTML code and search engine optimization. And how to bid on pay-per-click ads and optimizing your ads and your click-through rates to get the best lead conversion rate. So there's a lot of things when it comes to this wholesaling business, a lot of moving parts when it comes to the business and doing it. So, if you could have it all done for you, it makes obviously life a lot easier, and I wish I would have had that when I first got started. We'll provide a clear-cut direction to eliminate the guesswork and gain 100% clarity on what to do. You'll be able to own your own market. When sellers need to sell, they will call you first, plus become the top 5% income earner almost overnight. This is incredibly important because that's what it's literally made a massive, massive difference in my business when it comes to that. Now, let's go through Frank and Robert and find out who these guys are. One's using the secret weapon and one's not. Okay, one is is not bad by all means. Right? One is just optimizing better. Okay, so we're going to dissect each business, and we're going to go through. So meet Robert. Robert's business model. He's a fix and flip investor at heart, likes to wholesale properties that do not fit his criteria. He also likes to cherry pick properties to hold for his own portfolio. So it sounds like pretty much, a lot of people in the market. I like to fix and flip properties that are the right type of property, that have enough equity, that's in good neighborhoods, and ones that I don't, I'll turn around and flip and sell. And then there might be some that going, holy cow, that's a smoking deal. I can get good cash flow. I can hold on to it. Now, Robert's been killing it until now. Okay, Robert's deal sources, MLS. Well, he's realizing that the foreclosures are dying up on the MLS, right? And he can't get those type of deals off the MLS anymore. Auctions are completely gone. He can't do that anymore. Postcards to absentee owners. So he's mailing postcards to absentee owners. He's getting leads and he's getting deals that come in, but obviously he wants to do more, but doesn't really know how to do more unless you do more mailings, strategic mailings, and increase it. bird dogs, or could, and other wholesalers to get property. So that's been his main lead source to be able to get deals to bring into his business. Okay. Now, Robert's been spinning his wheels because Robert's deals have essentially dried up. MLS can't get any good deals because there's too much competition. Auction prices are getting pushed up by the hedge funds, and there's not a lot of deals on there. Postcards, and the card volume has dropped dramatically, and sellers want more money. Now, that will happen in a hot market, because what happens in whether you are, and what, doesn't matter what market you're in, I'm seeing it happening in our market as well, where we're mailing more, we're getting less calls, right? And sellers want more because now they realize it's becoming a seller's market. So what does that mean? Does that mean it doesn't work? No, it does work. It means we have to be more strategic. It means that we have to make sure we maximize each lead that comes in. That's when I talk about my business systems and what I do, that we make offers on every single lead that comes through the door. We go on appointments for the ones that are distressed. There's some form of distress. So, but it takes an operation, or it takes an understanding of how to do this. And a lot of fix and flip investors don't want to invest the time and energy to learn how to strategically deal with the leads that come in. Now, us wholesalers, and if they run their business correctly, obviously, I've made a fortune mailing to absentee owners in any type of market shift, but obviously everyone's looking to do more and do it more strategically. Bird dogs aren't getting the deals that they used to anymore because, a lot of other people in the market, realtors now are mailing. You've got other investors mailing. You've got now people, in these real estate gurus flying in all over the country, coming in going, hey, you can fix and flip. Armando Montalongo was just here in Phoenix doing a big, huge seminar teaching people how to, send out mail and flip houses and stuff like that. So we're going to be seeing more of that in the marketplace. So we as wholesalers, we have to adapt to become better at what we do. All right, other wholesalers. Okay. Robert's heard he can get leads online. So Robert's like, listen, I want to do internet marketing, right? But how do I do it? He decided he needs to get leads from the internet. Robert has no computer skills and doesn't know where to start. That is a lot of people. They don't know how to build a website. They don't understand search engine optimization. They don't want to understand search engine optimization. So he decided to hire a web guy that charged him thousands and thousands of dollars to set up a simple page. Even every time Robert wants to make a change, it costs him a bunch of money. Now, interesting, I just, my blog is at flip2freedom.com, and I just revamped my entire blog. I moved it to a new hosting company. I revamped the entire blog from, pretty much start to finish on it. And you're talking $3,000, to just revamp a site that's already been up and operational with content. Starting from scratch and building it costs, lots of money to be able to do that. So, if not more. So every time Robert wants to make a change, it charges the money, which is true. Robert's frustrated now, is taking too long, and he needs deals now. Robert wants to do it now. He doesn't want to wait, okay? He wants to get leads now. Robert's hit a wall. He can't find deals if your life depended on it. Robert's starting to panic. He can't find any good deals. Fix and flip or even wholesale. Traditional avenues of securing properties have dried up. He knows that the market's on fire, but can't make any money because the deals are getting scooped up before he has a chance to get them. Okay, is Robert out of business? No, Robert's not out of business. Robert has to just work smarter and work harder when it comes to negotiating with motivated sellers and then maximizing each lead. Now let's look at Frank. Frank's business model is, Frank is mostly a wholesaler. That's what I do, wholesale properties to cash buyers. I might fix and flip a property here and there only if there's a ton of equity. He also is building a property portfolio and a note portfolio to create cash flow. Frank is doing more business today than ever. Frank works on his business instead of in his business. That's incredibly important. Why? Because he has the ability to have a team around him. Because Frank has ample cash flow, he's able to hire exceptional people to manage his business. This allows Frank to spend more time working on his business than in his business. Working in his business is doing all the daily tasks. Working on your business is strategically creating a direction for your company, right? And then strategically putting the parts in place to get from where you are to where you want to go. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people getting started, they just want to get their first deal. Just give me the first deal, man. I just want to make the first deal. I get it. That's okay. I understand that. But the bottom line is that you, as a, as a now business owner doing it, you, of going to the next level, you want to be able to go from point A to point B. Maybe it's go in your first year, do 100,000 your first year. But what if the second year you want to go 250? Well, how do you do that? Okay, well, there's marketing that has to be done. There's campaigns that have to be set up. There's, potential hiring of people. There's phone systems that have to be worked on. There's a lot of things and moving parts that happen that working in your business is hard to do because you're taking all the calls, you're going on the sellers, you're talking to all the buyers. But if you're working on your business, you can strategically mold it to where you can go out and achieve amazing success. That's how people blow up. Right? That's how someone goes, they're doing $100,000, $150,000 a year flipping houses, and all of a sudden, boom, the next year they go to $1 million because they realize that, holy cow, working on their business, right, there's a very distinct difference than working in your business, okay? So we're going to give you the ability, right, here tonight to show you how you can work on your business instead of in your business. He has developed more strategies to spend critical time on important things that produces revenue. Frank has complete control of his income in his business. MLS, he's learned a backdoor approach of getting smoking deals on the MLS that nobody knows about. Auction, he doesn't even waste his time. Postcard to select list. His phone is ringing off the hook with a magnetic marketing secret weapon, right? Bird dogs here and there, other wholesalers, sometimes other leads online, yes, 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 absolutely. We get leads that come online every day. Frank has found the golden key. Imagine if you could be Frank. What if you could have, it could be like Frank and have the golden key to more profits. You could have your phone ringing off the hook with sellers asking for offers. You can have instant online presence tomorrow, and you could do less marketing and make more money. Now, imagine if you could be Frank, if you could be the go-to investor in your marketplace, which is, obviously, why not? If you're going to be in your marketplace, try not to be the one that everybody goes to. Even other wholesalers will bring you properties. You'll never have to worry about cash flow because you'll have access to more deals at the push of a button. You'll have buyers calling you because you have the best deals in town, number one. And number two, other wholesalers will be calling you to help them sell their properties. Okay? So now, Frank finally found freedom. Okay? Frank has the time he wants to do what he wants. Right? Imagine if you could have a business like Frank producing $100,000 a month in revenue. Imagine having the freedom, right? Never have to worry about money again. Travel anywhere you want with your family using the secret weapon. So what is the secret weapon? Okay? What is this new secret weapon that will sweep the nation by storm, that already has, that will allow investors to own their markets and laugh all the way to the bank? Well, enter Alex Youngblood, because he's the brains, right? I'm the brawn, he's the brains, and basically the bottom line when it comes to Alex called me one day and said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" I talked him through it a little bit. I hung up the phone. I thought about it. I was like, "Dude, that is ridiculous. That's an unbelievable idea." And I have implemented it since our talk and since working together to develop it, implemented it in my business full force. Okay. Now, who is Alex Youngblood? He founded the #1 solution to magnetically attract floods of motivated sellers, how to instantly become the go-to investor in your marketplace overnight. Now, Alex is a full-time wholesaler, makes over 6 figures every month, runs the largest Facebook group called Wholesaling Houses Full-Time. Maybe you're there. He's a private lender. He's a new home builder, and he's the host of the famous Real Estate Investing Mastery podcast. He does a lot of other different things too, like he has takes care of his kids almost like on a full-time basis. He's a ridiculous kickboxer, and he has a body fat of, what is it, 12%?
Hey, easy.
easy. He's Mr. Lean and Mean. What's up, Big Daddy?
How's it going?
Awesome. Okay, so let's tell them what happened. You called me on the phone and told me about what you were working on and what you came across, right? And I was pretty intrigued.
Well, first of all, on a like a non-fitness webinar or training call, I've never had an introduction of body fat percentage.
It's because I just know you.
Yeah, so when I called you up that day, I knew I had an opportunity, a rare opportunity, and as we get a little further into this, you'll see why it's so rare, to get a marketing system together that's like nothing else out there on the market today, and could be something that could easily be duplicated in other markets and pretty much a business essentially in a box running with a unforgettable quality to it that makes your marketing that much more effective, and also um, makes you more of a force in your market than just like every other Joe investor out there. So
All
that's
right, so let's reveal this, and then we're going to show how you and I are using it in our marketplaces, and we're pretty much I see it as we're like doubling up. I mean, it's like we're doubling up what we're doing, which is phenomenal. But basically, he was the brains behind 1-800-FAIR offer. Now, 1-800-FAIR offer is how you can become the #1 go-to investor in your market overnight by magnetically attracting more sellers than all your competition guaranteed. Now, why is this so important, Alex? Tell us.
being able to attract more sellers in your competition. That's how
Yeah.
you win. but the whole thing here with 1-800-FAIR offer is that it is an instant force to be reckoned with in your market. When we talk about the different channels of marketing and the things that you can do, one of the things you can do is direct mail. Now, obviously, there's a little bit behind having to get a direct mail campaign together and out the door. But when we start talking about online marketing and how you can basically take this, and that's when you can overnight be in front of millions of sellers who need to sell their property and start getting leads and start talking to people right away, that makes this just an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, and it's amazing because, and I want to be specific about things that, I've heard of vanity numbers before. I really didn't know what they were or what the effect on it could be. And there's a lot of other vanity numbers out there, but there's nothing like this one. If he would have called me and said, hey, I got 1-800 blah, 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 sell, blah, 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 right, 1-800, I probably would have been, But let me ask you a question. I probably wouldn't have been so excited, but to be able to have the words fair offer, when we talk to sellers, and I have talked to thousands of sellers, I have been in homes of thousands of sellers, and the #1 thing a seller wants is a fair offer.
That's it.
If you ask them, what can I do for you, Mr. A? I said, listen, if you can just give me a fair offer, I'd be happy.
I don't
Fair
know what
offer
this
is magnetic. What's
I
that?
don't know what this house is worth. I don't know what this market's doing. I just want a fair offer. That's
I just
it.
want a fair offer. That by far is the predominant keyword when it comes to sellers and they want. So when it comes in the terms of magnetic marketing and you have the actual word in your company in 1-800-FAIR offer, and everything is completely set up when it comes to the direct mail campaigns, it comes to shirts, it comes to all aspects of it. It comes to how you're everything where you're represented. 1-800-FAIR offer is a way that pushes you from a pack, to put it right at the top because of that specific keyword 1-800-FAIR offer. Now, let's look at a monetary case study of a recent deal that we've done. I sent out a postcard, 1-800-FAIR offer, the deal came in. Now, this property is in one of the hottest subdivisions or areas in Phoenix. It's Arcadia. And Arcadia is a downtown location where it's fix and flip haven. There are people, realtors, there are investors that comb this market. They mail to them directly. So when I met this seller, he had a stack of letters and a stack of postcards from realtors and all these other different investors. And I said, so why did you call us? And he goes, well, I wanted to get a fair offer. Okay, and I said, okay, what's a fair offer to you? And he goes, well, if you give me, 300,000, I think that would work. I said, well, 300,000, it's a little tight, but can we do 280? Yeah, 280. I think I can make 280 work. So we got the property for 280,000. I mean, 170,000. My fault. And it was worth 375,000, and wholesale price 242,000, 72,500. So got the contract. He wanted it for 200. We got it for 170, right? And it's a 242,000 wholesale price, profit $72,000. That's not bad on a deal. That's not bad. I'm coming in, and the reason he called us over everybody else is because of the words fair offer. Now, I want to make something pretty clear, and this is why this works so well. And we're going to get into some statistics, we're going to get into some results, and we're going to introduce you to a revolutionary marketing channel that no one in this industry has touched yet, that we are now mastering, and it's going to change the way people will do business and find sellers. And you're going to see it here first time tonight. So here's the thing: increased response rate by 20 to 50%. Okay, so increases response, and Alex, we're talking from a branded and unbranded standpoint. Now, I want to make something very clear to everybody: is that do I market from a branded standpoint? Yes. Do I market from an unbranded standpoint? Yes. And I'm going to show you here in a second why that is, and the test results are going to be crazy. Now, so it increases response. Marketing campaigns are more efficient and more effective. Why is that? Alex. Alex is outside looking for the UFO. Or no? No, you're testing your body fat.
Well, yeah. Oh man.
I'm killing you tonight. Okay.
Marketing campaigns are more efficient and effective because when you talk about 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, they get your postcard, they look at it, and they say 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. Well, let's say they go, in a very realistic scenario, they have 5 other postcards on the table, just like you talked about with that seller that you met with. They have 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. They have 1-866-792-3549. They have 1-800-257-SELL. They have 1-800-596-3247. Which number do you remember after I just told you all those different numbers there? And yeah. I mentioned 1-800-FAIR-OFFER first and not last. So we gave it a little bit of a market test there. I mentioned it first, usually the last one you'd remember, but
right.
You remember 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. You put up signs in front of somebody and say, okay, here's 5 different phone numbers I want you to look at, and you leaf through them and say, which one do you remember? I'll tell you which one they're going to remember.
Right. So it also has an 80% higher recall rate, which we just talked about. Instant brand name recognition is enhanced, right? They're simply unforgettable. You can't. I mean, you get 1-800-FAIR-OFFER in your head, and a seller has that, and they hear it and they see it, and guess what? It gets in their head, and they go, oh, isn't that 1-800? Hey, you want to call us 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, guys? Strong presence. Customers are 3 to 4 times more likely to contact a company with a vanity number. Increased repeat word-of-mouth referrals. This is incredibly important because what happens is now if they have to remember your number, 2346792, whatever it is, or they have to have your card, then guess what? Having referrals. But now a family, they're hanging out at a friend's house, they're drinking some wine, and the lady goes, hey, my cousin, she's got to sell her house, she's getting foreclosure, she needs to get rid of it quick, I'm trying to figure out what to do. And he goes, oh man, I just saw you got to call this 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. And they have it. It's in their head, and that's how referrals. They go search, they find you online, they type in their information, and the lead goes to you. Prestige factor. Phone number retention rate, 91%. Credibility and prestige. So the 2 words that will magnetically attract more sellers, ding, 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 fair offer.
That's right.
Fair offer. Now, let's look at some test results. I'm going to show you something interesting. and I want to show you what we're doing or what I'm doing in my marketplace, okay? And it's very interesting because, right, that I tested basically sending a branded 1-800-FAIR offer and an unbranded postcard to the same lists, right, during the same time frame, right? So what does this mean? So we sent 25,600 units of mail, and we sent them during the same time frame over a 30-day period, and we sent them, right, to a branded postcard, and we sent unbranded. Now, our unbranded postcard basically is coming from Stan, my acquisition manager. Hi, my name's Stan. I'd like to buy your house. A branded standpoint is coming from 1-800-FAIR offer. Now, look at the results. They're pretty similar. Look at unbranded actually got 136 calls. Branded got 120 calls, so actually less calls, but same deals. We each got 5 deals. Now, the interesting thing is this, and you're looking at it going, well, you know, what's the difference, right? Here's the difference, is that some people, see, I market branded still, and I market unbranded. So here's the deal. There are, in what this test shows, and I've continued on with this test, right, that it shows that there are certain segments of people that will respond to branded marketing, and there are certain segments that respond to unbranded marketing. So here's the deal. If you only target branded or my fault, unbranded, you are missing a whole segment of the market, and this test proves it. So now, the amazing findings. You can hit the same list from a branded approach and an unbranded approach and pull out complete different people. You can mail the same list over a 30-day period from one postcard and then mail it from another postcard, one being from 1-800-FAIR offer, one being from Joe Blow or Frank or whatever, and you will get people that will respond different because of how they're programmed. Some people will respond and some people won't. It's amazing. When I was shocked when I got the results. Select prospects will respond to branded versus unbranded. You can double your business by attracting a different segment of sellers that nobody else is touching. Okay? If everybody's sending unbranded, right? And there are certain, like, I make a fortune off unbranded. I make a fortune off branded. But if people are sending mailers and they're only coming from the branded standpoint, they're leaving a massive amount of money on the table. So let me ask you this, and we're gonna go into questions, okay? So I've got to pull up. I'm going to escape out of here. I'm going to pull up this little thingamajigger right here. I'm going to pull up the questions right here. I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go back to see if it comes up. Okay, the questions still come up. Okay, escape. Okay. See if I can do this.
You know, the interesting thing as well is that the unbranded is going to be more competitive than the branded.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do. I'm not. Can you read the questions, Alex?
Uh,
Can you give me an idea of who's picking what and where?
hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the questions here in the chat section.
Yeah.
I don't see any questions.
Oh man, I got a ton of them. Okay, so let's just do this without me trying to figure this out. Which would you prefer, 1-800-FLOWERS, or would you prefer going to Phoenix Flower Shop? Okay, so let me see if I can do this. I'm going to get this out of here like this. So which would you prefer? 1-800-FLOWERS, 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 1-800-FLOWERS. Okay, so we've got 5, 6 people right now. 1-800-FLOWERS, 1-800-FLOWERS. Richard, I know a ton of stuff about YouTube marketing. Just check out my channel. You can see my videos. 1-800-Flowers, 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 1-800-Flowers. Okay. Is he Bozo the Clown goes, run the poll, genius! All right, Bozo, you're the winner! All right, so next one. Which would you prefer? Food Lion, Albertsons, Publix, Safeway, or a small little grocery like Phoenix Public Market? Which did you prefer? Which do you prefer? 1-800-Flowers, depends on the need. Good one. Phoenix, 800-Flowers, 800-Flowers. Food Lion, Publix, Safeway, Publix. Yeah, so it's like, the basic problem, would you go Food Lion, Publix, or would you do a small little local type of grocery store in your area? You'd probably go this more convenient one, right? But you'd be drawn to pick probably the bigger name. So these are billion-dollar brands. Now, which would you pick for burgers? McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, Wendy's, or would you go to like the Habit Burger or Zen Burger? And these are just local joints here in Phoenix. Now, me personally, I would prefer like a little local joint. Now, it would be considered an unknown, but I would go for the unbranded approach when it comes to burgers. What about you guys? Burger King, local burger taste. Me too, Alan. Zen Burger, yeah, me too. Yeah, Burger King, Zen Burger, Wendy's. So we got a split decision. This one right here. Bozo says none. Juice bar. So this crap will kill you.
Yeah, I was going to say something like that. Zinburger is probably healthier, I would think.
Yeah, it probably is. McDonald's, In-N-Out, baby. I love In-N-Out. Jack, Burger. Okay, so we're a split decision on this one. Okay, next one. We're getting a little bit more serious. Now we're talking from burgers to your insurance. Now we're talking about money. Would you take your money in insurance to have someone do your insurance? They're going to do homeowners coverage, your car insurance, State Farm, Farmers, Allstate. It can be Aflac. Or would you do like a little local like insurance company? What would you guys pick? State Farm, better commercials. My father-in-law was a State Farm agent.
There you go.
Farmers, Allstate, Farmers, Allstate branded. Yeah. So when it comes to now people's money, so now we're getting serious. We're talking about people's money. They're going to go for a branded approach. Now let's talk about investments. Who would you pick to put your investment dollars with? Charles Schwab, Scottrade, E-Trade, or Fidelity, or would you pick a little boutique firm like Miller and Russell, JD? You don't really know. They're not really branded. They don't do a lot of marketing, but they're here. What would you pick to put your personal investment funds in? Yeah, E-Trade, Fidelity, Ameritrade, Fidelity, Charles. None because I don't have any money.
Oh boy.
Fidelity, E-Trade, Schwab, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs. Okay, branded is what most people say. Okay, so interesting. So here's the deal. Okay, the bottom line is ultimate positioning strategy is that we went on here on the lesser decisions like burgers and flowers and stuff like that. We even though we tend to lean toward the branded approach, all of us on the call we tend to lean toward branding. So think about it. What's the ultimate? Is to market from both branded and unbranded. You're hitting from two different angles. You are pulling out of the marketplace a segment that will be attracted to branded marketing, and you're pulling out a segment that will be attracted to unbranded marketing. You have double the advantage targeting the exact same group of people, which is amazing. Get more deals off the same list of prospects. I have to close this because I got my thing here. Boom, boom, boom. Double, even triple your income. We're going to show you what's actually tripled income. Business in a box. Just push the marketing button. Okay, so these results right here. Let's look at the annual. So I'm going to go back right here of the results. 120 calls, 5. Okay, so let's look at. So let's say we annualize these results. We annualize them. Okay, and we say, okay, we send 307,000 postcards annually, and that's not a lot. I mean, we typically send about 100,000 a month. So 307,000 annually. Okay, 5 deals times 12 months equals 60 deals times 7,000, right? Equals rough average profit of 420,000. Annual difference, it's going to be the same. Exactly. 1-800-FAIR offer, branded and unbranded, 420,000. Same list, same target, but what you're doing now, right, is you're making 840,000, but you're pulling out the 420,000 that you would never get. So the bottom line is this, is that you are leaving $420,000 in our theoretical example on the table because of only marketing. Now, let me ask you a question. In this theoretical example, these are my actual real results of a monthly test. But in this example, 420,000 annually is not bad. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, that's not bad. You're doing good. You're doing better than the average American, right? And Alex makes way more money than that. I make way more money than that. But the bottom line is, why would you leave $420,000 on the table just because, you know, of coming from a different positioning point? So now let's talk about Google AdWords. Here's an astonishing. Here's my Google AdWords campaign for a 30-day period from sellers, right? And this is just unbranded, it's the first one, and branded's the bottom one. Okay, 321 clicks, $18 per click, 16 conversion, 4.98% conversion. Fair offer, 173 clicks, so less clicks, right, during the time frame, because actually I have less keywords in that campaign. $26 average cost per lead, 39 conversions, or 25% conversion rate. So look at the cost per conversion. It's less than a third, right, of the unbranded approach. So this is, one's branded and one's unbranded. Look at the conversion rate. Conversion rate is astronomical for the pay-per-click advertising. If you don't know what pay-per-click advertising is, it's what Google, you can pay for your ads to be on Google. Okay. So now look at the results. Average gross profit on a deal is about $10,000. And I can tell you, Google AdWords leads are the best leads you can get. Whereas direct mail, it's typically, 1 in 20, 1 in 25 roughly is a deal. Here is 1 in 8. So PPC campaign annualized over 12 months. Unbranded, you get 192 leads divided by 8 equals 24 deals times 10, it's 240,000. Okay, that's a lead channel. 1-800-FAIR offer, 507 leads divided by 8, 63 deals times 10, $630,000. Look at the difference between the two if you analyze the previous results we just showed you. That's a massive difference in revenue. Now, Google AdWords PPC advertising annual results, the difference, right, 240,000 unbranded, 72,000 ad cost, 168,000 net profit. Okay, that's for the difference of unbranded. Now let's look at branded, 630 1-800-FAIR offer, 55,000 ad cost, 575,000 net profit. So there's a massive difference. Now, Google AdWords PPC advertising annual results, 575, 168 for unbranded, $407,000 differential in the two, $407,000 differential. Now that's crazy in the differential, right, between the two. Why? Because you are marketing. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do with pay-per-click, okay? It's like if you go to the grocery store and you see a toothpaste and they have Crest. They usually don't have one bottle of Crest. They have Crest for green teeth, they have Crest for white teeth, they have Crest for whitening, they have Crest strips. They have an entire shelf, a ton of Crest. It's same with shampoos. You have shampoo for thin hair, you have shampoo for thick hair, you have shampoo for dandruff, you have shampoo for long hair, you have shampoo for oily hair, and they have, it's the same brand, but they have shampoo all the way across the bottom of the shelf. It's the same thing. In Google, the more you control in spacing, the better. So we took the same marketing campaign and the information that we learned from a branded approach and an unbranded approach during our direct mail, and what we did is we set up 2 different accounts on Google, and we have both ads running at the same time. We have, so someone does searching, right? And they'll search, and there's geolocated specifically for Phoenix. And someone searches it, they'll find my unbranded ad and they'll find my branded ad. And you know what the amazing thing is that you get complete different leads. You would think you get the same leads, wouldn't you, Alex?
You would.
You would think you would get the exact same leads. But the crazy thing is you get complete different leads. So what happens is we are running our unbranded, and then we put in our branded from 1-800-FAIR-OFFER marketing campaign, and we have doubled our business when it comes to online advertising, and we get complete different people, which blows my mind because, it doesn't because of the branded versus unbranded approach. And it's amazing. So now let's see a side-by-side comparison. Robert mails 153,000 postcard to niche list, costs 50,000, gross annual revenue 420. Now he's doing good, right? He shouldn't be sitting there whining. He made $420,000 in revenue. Unbranded PPC campaign cost 72, gross annual revenue 168,000. Total cost 122, total gross revenue 588. So net revenue, he is killing it. He's doing it with direct mail, and he's doing it with pay-per-click advertising. Okay. Now, if you think these numbers are a little out of control, they're not. Okay. I mean, they are not out of control. I mean, if you're building a business and you're running full-blown pay-per-click ad campaigns, and you're running massive direct mail campaigns, and you're marketing a lot, these numbers are easily achievable. I mean, think about it. I mean, you do 10 deals at 20,000, you're 200,000 a month. Okay, so Frank's business over 12 months, 307,000 postcard because he's marketing from branded and unbranded. Okay, cost 101,000, gross annual revenue 840,000. Unbranded PPC campaign cost 72,000, gross annual revenue 168. We saw that previous. In a 1-800-FAIR-OFFER campaign, gross annual revenue 630. So he's being able to pick up both sides. He's not leaving any money on the table. Okay, he's squeezing every dime out of the marketplace he can. Total cost $228,000. Gross annual revenue 1.638 million. Net revenue 1.41 million. Okay, so who would you rather be? Now, obviously, Robert's doing fine. $466,000. When I first started, I would want to be Robert all day long. His stuff is working. He made $466,000. But, right, if you had a choice, net revenue 1.4, that is a triple. He tripled his income, right? He tripled his income, right? Just by adding a different marketing channel. He didn't leave any money on the table. Now, here's a story from Andy McFarland from Salt Lake City, Utah. Lead came in, this is a video he sent us, from 1-800-FAIR-OFFER pay-per-click campaign, $90,000 cash offer, sold for 105. His first 3 weeks, he had his campaign set up instantly, and within 3 weeks, total profit $15,000. Here's a story that came in from Jason Murphy via Facebook. He says, here's the latest gross revenue from my first 1-800-FAIR-OFFER postcard campaign, $70,393.79. I've uploaded the next postcard we're going to send out later this month. It should be about 35,000 postcards over the next 2 months going out. 17,000 postcards roughly a month, which is not a lot. I mean, that's not a lot, is it, Alex? I mean,
well, he's stepping up his game over a lot of other people in his own market there. But no, it's not a lot. Very doable to do, but definitely he's scaling now.
Well, I mean, here's the deal.
And he has the
look
tool
at it.
to do it.
Yeah. And if anyone's been following and listening to me, I mean, I preach invest 15% back in the marketing. So initially, you're talking 70,000 times 0.15, I would be pumping 10 grand back into marketing if I was in his shoes. So $10,000, if you divide that by 0.33, 33 cents, you're right. He's got about 31,808. So he's doing exactly right. But I would do that over the month. I don't think I'd do that unless he can't handle the leads.
Yeah, that's
If
the
he
other
can't
thing.
handle the leads coming in, then I suggest stagger him out over a 2-month period. But yeah, but he's about on target. That'd be right, about 31,800 at 33 cents a piece. If that's what he's that's what he's doing. Okay, so now this is from Greg in Nashville, Tennessee. Oops. Lead came in for 1-800 fair offer. PPC 21,000 cash offer, sold for 32. First 2 weeks, total profit $11,500. This is from Richard from Duval County. Lead came in 1-800 fair offer. Postcard 65,000 cash offer, sold for 73. First 4 weeks, total profit $5,253. Okay, now I want to talk about something that nobody is doing in the industry. Okay, and it's something incredibly important that nobody knows about and nobody's doing. I'm going to talk about online radio and offline radio. Here's the deal. This is one thing you cannot do, and it's very difficult to do without having a number like 1-800 fair offer. To try to do a radio commercial, right? To try to do a radio commercial with, call 480-322-7229, 480, it's very difficult. But if you do have call 1-800 fair offer, it's something that will go in someone's head and they'll remember. Now, from research, right, 35%, right, will be listening, 35% of our population, I mean huge, will be listening to online radio, which is incredibly cheap, that you can set and forget, and you can specifically target, geo-target, this demographic you want to target. Same thing here, this other chart right here looks at 176 million internet radio listeners of the population. So we got percentage of internet users and percentage of the population. So here we go. The red one is the number of internet users, right? And that's 67% of the 176 million. And percentage of the population, 53% right there, are radio listeners. So if you look at this right here, it's a massive number. It's growing dramatically. Okay, and we can target. Now here's the deal. Bandit signs is an incredibly effective way to be able to attract sellers. But when it comes to bandit signs, you have to deal with city ordinance, and you have to deal with getting the signs, putting them in the back of your truck, going out to the corners, putting them out on the weekends, taking them down on Sundays, and you're having to deal with it. What if you could target those exact same people for way cheaper and have in the car, right? And they're listening to either the radio on their computer, or you can listen to them in their car. They can listen to it in the car. Now, what's amazing is it's become incredibly easy to target using a thing called Target Spot. It's the nation's largest digital audio network where you can literally syndicate your ads, right? Geo-target, you can syndicate your ads and basically be able to target specifically in your market on a set and forget campaign. Now, what we have done is we have developed a radio commercial, right, that will be provided to all the licensees that they can use in their markets, right? We're at the final production of it right now, but that we can use, and they can take it to their marketplace, and we will teach them how to basically buy radio spots for offline, which is like your local radio stations or sports stations and stuff like that, but also online media to be able to purchase online radio advertising as well. Now think about this, right? No one's doing this. People are getting the mail in the mailbox. People are putting up bandit signs. They're going online on Google to listen to it. But now they're driving to work and they hear your ad for 1-800 fair offer, or they go and they hear online and they're listening to Pandora, right, or something like that, and they hear your ad that's strategically focused to their demographic. right? That's how Pandora does it. And you're able to have your ad be able to show up. No one's doing it in the marketplace, and they can call right there from their iPhone or mobile phone or whatever. They're listening to Pandora, and then turn around and be able to call you, 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, and call about their house. We're talking set and forget leads that will supersede, right, any type of direct mail, any type of online. It's going to be, I'm super excited about it because first off, no one's really tapped into it. It's a completely virgin market. Okay, typically, if you listen to radio, you hear tons of car ads. You hear, from attorneys. You hear from, all restaurants and stuff like that. But you will never hear from guys like us, small guys, right? They're turning around, they put an ad on the paper that's already pre-done for them. Then you learn exactly how to buy media correctly, right? And buy remnant space, and be able to have your ad out there and being able to have your phone ring off the hook with motivated sellers. It's like I said, no one's doing it in the marketplace right now. I haven't heard of anybody. I've searched, but it's something that you can corner the marketplace with 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, which is great. Now, radio advertising, huge market. Now, we are opening up, right? We opened up a beta test back in June for 1-800-FAIR-OFFERS, and it's been phenomenal. People have taken off with it. They've done incredibly well. We are opening up again where you can become a licensee of 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, and we got a ton of stuff in the works. We're creating another lead generation site right now that will integrate with 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. That's just going to be out of control. That I don't want to get into right now. But here's the thing. Here's what you get. First off, there's 2 simple fast action bonuses for the first 5 people only. Okay, this is first 5 people. Let me tell you what that is. But here's what you'll get: 1-800-FAIR-OFFER vanity number, your own rights to your entire county. Now, this is why we're different. Every other company will sell you a zip code, and that's it. You'll get a zip code, and then you have to buy another zip code. So when Alex came to me and said, "Hey, maybe we should do it with by the zip code like everybody else," what I say? I lost my mind. I was like, no way, I don't want
You're crazy.
No, because see, here's the deal. I'm not going to go and buy 5 different zip codes and then market like I market like crazy, and then guess what? How can you strategically do radio advertising on a zip code basis? You can't. How can you strategically do direct mail on a zip code basis? You can't. How can you strategically do pay-per-click advertising on a zip? You can't. So I would be pouring all my marketing that would flood over to everybody else, and they would just be getting all my leads that I'm spending money for. So I said, listen, the only way to do it is you own your entire county. You own your entire county. Now, he's like, well, we have issues, though. What about Los Angeles County? It's huge. I don't care. I don't care. They own their – I don't care if it's Los Angeles or what county are you in, Chesapeake?
I am in, well, my area is many different counties, but yeah, I'm in Chesapeake.
Yeah, so many. It could be a small county or a big county. I don't care if you want to buy all the surrounding counties and corner whatever. I don't care. The bottom line is it's on a per county basis. 1-800-FAIR-OFFER offers high converting websites, so you get your own website, right? That's already pre-done. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on. It's converting. Customized email address, 1-800-FAIR-OFFER.com. SEO optimized 1-800-FAIR-OFFER website to rank #1 for their county, right? So if someone searches 1-800-FAIR-OFFER Chesapeake or whatever, then guess what? Your site will show up and you can get those leads. Fully optimized Google pay-per-click campaign. This is one line. It's a couple words, but you have no idea how important that is. So you see people that within 3 weeks, they got a campaign up and they got leads coming in and they got a deal and they flipped it and sold it and made $15,000. It's because we gave them a fully optimized pay-per-click campaign that they can upload to Google and be online tomorrow. This campaign collectively has cost us hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to determine which is the best keyword, which is the best performing landing page, how to optimize it correctly. And Alex, tell them about the landing page. So it fully customizes to the search.
Do we want to bring that up? Do you want to show them the page itself and how that works?
Well, let's get through it. Just give them a basic synopsis, and then we'll.
Okay. Well, the cool thing about this page is that it's set up to be 100% relevant. And if you know anything about Google search, you have to understand that relevance is key, because the more relevant you are, the less your clicks are going to cost. And obviously, when you drive your costs down, your profits go up. So basically what I've got is a page set up so that when somebody searches in Google and lands on a certain ad, let's say for sell house fast, or quick house sale, or something along those lines, they'll click on a Google ad, and the ad is directed towards a certain code that we've developed that will make the page basically now say quick house sale as the title of the page. It will take any images on the page and change those as with titles of quick house sale, and it will take your text in the background, your alternate text, which again is, it's something you have to understand a little bit about pay-per-click, but we'll change it to be relevant to that keyword. It changes everything, your description of the site and everything on that particular keyword to match that page, and really makes it lightning relevance.
And it does this all dynamically.
Yes.
So it does it all completely dynamically and immediately. And here's the thing, and why is this important to you? It's important to you because Google, right, determines your cost per bid, right, based upon your quality score. Meaning that you could be in the #1 spot on Google, right, and then I could be on the #1 spot on Google. And then if I have a higher quality score, right, then what's going to happen for my clicks for the #1 spot will cost $15 a click. For your clicks, they'll cost with a less of a quality score will cost $50 a click. So the same spot, right, but it's a higher cost per click because of quality score. Now, what does that mean? That means that you can bid less and get in a #1 spot than your competitor can do, and you'll get more deals. You'll be in a better position to get more leads, obviously, and be able to get more deals, right? It's a huge competitive advantage, and I remember when I first got started bidding on Google, we optimized our page, and I had to do all this by hand. I had to
you had to make probably all these different pages.
I made 100. I coded 100 different pages, and it took me forever to do, and it was absolutely insane. But I was completely beat out all the competition, and they eventually just went away. All right, so brand and marketing designs, logo use rights, business card designs, high converting postcards, high converting yellow letters, bandit signs, door hangers, letterhead, t-shirts. We have our own 1-800-FAIR offer internal mailhouse where you can go in, right, has postcards already pre-done. All you got to do is select, put your name in there, put the telephone number, upload your list, and it's competitive, cost from 37 cents to 39 cents to get your postcards out. If you're going to do more mailing up in the 30 to 50,000, we have another mail house we can refer you to, but if you're doing anything from 10,000 and less, it works. So here's the deal. Also, you'll get a 4-week coaching intensive, explosive entry into your local market so you can start getting leads and deals ASAP. how to set up your Google AdWords campaigns. It's all going to be in that explosive market setup. Business systems, how to strategically promote your business for the highest return with the least effort. How to go from where you are to 100K a month with 1-800-FAIR offer. And this is how to use branded and unbranded marketing together so you can go out and get those results. Okay, building out the brand, how to literally own your market, how to be seen everywhere by everyone and become the number one go-to investor in your market. This is incredibly important because what's going to happen is how to become a number one investor is because when someone opens the mail, you're going to be there. When someone goes online, you're going to be there. When someone gets in their car and they listen on the radio, you're going to be there. So what happens is if you are everywhere, right, then when someone is thinking about selling, they're going to think of you, and that is incredibly important. So let's recap what you'll get. 1-800-FAIR offer vanity number, $24,997. Own rights to their entire county, that's huge. 1-800-FAIR offer high converting website. Customized email address. SEO optimized FAIR offer website, only $297. That's all it costs, Alex, $297. Fully optimized Google PPC campaign for lightning fast start. That should be $50,000. Logo use rights, business cards, high converting postcards, 4-week coaching intensive, fast start training call. It's all in a membership area that you can have access to immediately, which is great. 5-star rated support staff, and we have support staff on staff, which is awesome. So that's amazing. That it's a $14,670 value. Obviously, we're not done yet, but I'm going to tell you who this is not for. If you're if you're just getting started, okay, and you're just getting started and you're trying to get your first check and you're broke and you're having a hard time to make your monthly mortgage payment and your car payment, and you lost your job, this is not for you. Okay, this is for someone who is established or they have capital to invest in marketing that they can do it. This is something where if you're in this situation, that's okay. Because I have my podcast you can listen to. Alex has his podcast you can listen to. I've got tons of training material that you can listen to that will give you the knowledge and the information to use an unbranded standpoint where you can market, find sellers, you can get cash coming in deal, and guess what? If your county happens to be open at the time, if we open this up again, then you can swoop up your county. But I suggest if you're brand new getting started and you're limited on funds and cash, that then hold off. This, I would say, this is for you, not for someone who's lazy. I mean, obviously, what we're doing, we're only having a certain select licensees, so we don't want someone just sitting in a market doing absolutely nothing and not helping us promote the brand. Not for someone who can't commit to their success, someone that wants to become successful. Not for someone who's negative, of course. That's just not for someone who's looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. This is definitely not a get-rich. It's a business where you can turn around and you can build it and you can get results from it. Not for someone who's needy and is whiny, which, Alex absolutely loves needy and whiny. So it could be for you, but we'll just send you to Alex. Okay, who is it for?
Thanks.
Someone who can afford some marketing. You got to be able to have, if you have a vanity number, an 800 number, great. But you obviously got to start a pay-per-click campaign. You got to have, put money in marketing for direct mail and stuff like that. So you got to do that. As someone who's self-motivated, someone who can help us commit to our success and help us build the brand further. For someone who is a positive person, and someone who is looking for a long-term lasting business that they can grow and develop. I mean, that's what our goal is. Our goal is to be the number one home buyer in the entire country, to have licensees in every major county across the country and build it into a massive, massive brand where people recognize, where we have, TV, national TV radio station, radio, we get our national radio commercials, national TV advertising that goes on there where, they'll just generate leads, for people all across the entire country. We do have other stuff in the work right now. We can't let out of the bag, but it will affect your bottom line. It's going to be killer, I tell you that. This is someone who's a self-starter. So what is the total investment? What we did is we went to other competitive companies and tried to find out what they do. Now, this particular one, we grabbed an image of their shopping cart as if I was signing up. We're gonna leave the name. If I told you who the name was, you'd know it in a second, just like that. But for 6 months, right, on my county, so there's 140 zip codes. That's $41,600 for 6 months. That's $82,000 a year. A year. Because here's the thing. It costs a lot. It costs thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to buy a vanity number like 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, to buy a domain name like 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, to build a back-end infrastructure, meaning so if someone in Spokane, Washington goes to 1-800-FAIR-OFFER and they put their zip code in to sell their house, or they call 1-800-FAIR-OFFER and they put their zip code in to sell a house, that will be automatically routed to that licensee in that particular county. Okay, that it costs tens of thousands of dollars to build the back-end infrastructure. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, it's funny you just mentioned Spokane, Washington, because I don't know exactly what county that is, but somebody in Washington found the registration page and just signed up for a county.
Okay,
and we haven't even announced that yet. So
cool.
He's a go-getter.
Right. That's a go-getter. That's $41,000. So $82,320 a year for that one. So you can grab that. Here's another one. If I told you the name, you'd know it just like off the top of your head. $34,556 a year plus a $4.99 setup fee. $34,356 a year. A year. Okay. Here's one. If I told you these guys, you'd know exactly what it is. They sell franchise, and it's a $50,000 franchise for a full-time franchise in $15,000. Here's the thing. You don't own your county. There might be 10 to 15 to 20 other franchisees in your same market that have paid 50 grand. Okay. So here's the thing. It's not going to be $82,000 a year because obviously everyone would hang up. It's not going to be $50,000 a year. It's not going to be $34,000 a year. It's not going to be $15,000, $10,000, or even $7,000 a year. The bottom line is we're having our beta test per license for $9,700, but because it's a beta, it's $4,860 per county, and that's on a county. Okay, that's a one-time, and there's an annual $1,997 annual maintenance fee. Okay, so that's the deal. Now, this is not for everyone. Licensees will go through a selection process. There's not a guarantee that you will basically get your county. To be considered a fully refundable $860 deposit will be initially collected, a fully refundable. You're going to go through a survey, right? And this the counties are first come, first served. You'll go through a survey, and then what happens is you'll get called, right? If your county's selected, the price will double to $9,700 after beta is complete. The $4,000 balance is due 72 hours after selection. If not, the person behind you will basically get that. We typically, last time we did this in June, we had basically each county that was stacked behind it. Now, there are some counties that are not available because people, it's like, Maricopa County is not available now. Spokane, Washington potentially. So, yeah. So here's the fast action bonus we talked about for the first 5 people. The $19.97 annual fee only for the first 5 people will be waived. Now, we do have to have on some collect $19.97 to be able to manage all the websites and do all the infrastructure. But if you're the first 5 people that sign up, the $19.97 annual fee will be waived. So you can go to 1-800-FAIROFFER.com/register. Secure your spot at 1-800-FAIROFFER.com/register, 1-800-FAIROFFER.com/register. The second special fast action bonus is for the first 10 people. This will be happening in March of 2014. And it's a VIP invitation to our Magnet in the Making Mastermind. Okay, in this, I pay $12,000 to be part of a mastermind group where people fly in and they talk about their businesses. Okay, masterminds are incredibly important. You'll be able to mastermind with other like-minded investors that are using the 1-800-FAIR-OFFER brand in their businesses and learn what's working and not working. Alex will be there. I will be there. And what we will do is go through with you and kind of critique you on your business, answer questions, and you'll get to come to actually Phoenix, which in March is absolutely beautiful. They got spring season starting for baseball, which is fun. But the bottom line is you get Magnet in the Making Mastermind, where our goal is to take a small group, a collective group of people, that's why we have 10 people, pull them together and be able to talk about their businesses in next level stuff. Okay, and it's strictly about next level stuff. What in the whole purpose of it is where you are now and how do we get you to the next level. Okay, where are you now, and if you're doing 3 deals a month, how do you double your business and do 6? If you're doing 10 deals a month, how do we double your business and do 20 deals a month? That's incredibly important. And I do that. Alex does that. So we're coming from a vantage point on the East Coast and the West Coast, what is working incredibly well to go out and get those results. What if you want to go from how to do hard money lending? Well, Alex can show you how to do that. How to do land acquisition entitlement. Now, we're not specialized in talking about those things. We're more about wholesaling, fix and flip, or buy and hold, and also specifically about 1-800-FAIR-OFFER, but you get to mastermind with some incredible people. So here's what you're going to get. 1-800-FAIR-OFFER vanity number, own rights to your entire county, 1-800-FAIR-OFFER high converting website, customized email address, SEO optimized 1-800-FAIR-OFFER website for ranking #1 for their county, fully optimized Google PPC campaign for lightning fast start, incredible, logos, rights, business card rights, high converting postcards, converting yellow letters, banner signs, door hangers, the whole shebang, $14.97, exclusive access to the 1-800-FAIR-OFFER mail center, 4-week coaching plus the fast start training, 5-star rated support, and the VIP invitation, the Magnet in the Making Mastermind 12th. That is a $26,670 value, and all you have to do is, like I said, it's not for everyone. It's hand selection process. We don't want a deadbeat in a county sitting there picking their nose. We want a licensee to go through a selection process to be considered a fully refundable. $860 deposit will be collected in the beginning. It's fully refundable. Counties are first come, first serve. The price will double to $9,700 after beta is complete. 4,000 balances due unless in 72 hours after selection. All you got to do is go to 1-800-FAIR-OFFER.com/register, 1-800-FAIR-OFFER.com/register. When you go to that page, you can pick your county. Okay, you can pick your county on that page, okay, and then you can put your information and it'll take you to the next page. Now, if your county is not available, then that county is taken, and then you want to look for surrounding counties around you that are potentially open. But like I said, there's a selection process we'll have to go through initially in the beginning. So who would you rather be? Now, obviously, he's doing well with his unbranded. Okay, this is not to say that unbranded marketing doesn't work. Unbranded marketing does work. He's doing very well, $466,000. I do unbranded marketing, but also I do branded marketing because I know strategically that there are some sellers that will not respond to unbranded, and there are a segment of sellers that will only respond to branded, thus doubling and tripling my business in my exact same market. So now, secure a spot at 1-800-FAIR-OFFER.com/register. Alex?
I'm here.
Wake up. How's it going, buddy?
I'm here. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Ready to hit some questions?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's show your dynamic page. Oops. Okay, here's the registration page. Right here. This is Alex.
Pause me.
Pause me. You're thinking.
I am thinking.
Or there's 50 billion people hitting this page right now. Slow here. Okay,
wow.
So I know. Put your information here. State
There I am.
I don't see you. Oh, I just paused you. All right. First name, email address, select your state. So if I go to Arizona, choose your county, these are the counties available. If you don't see your county, it's currently taken. Why is this blank? I don't get it.
Where?
Do you see the video?
Yeah, I do. There
Oh,
I
there
am.
we go. Okay, yeah, it didn't refresh right. Okay, so select a state. So let's say if you want to do Illinois or Indiana, here's the counties are all available. Then you say, I want to go to Crawford County, and then put your information to get started. Okay, and they'll bring you to the next page. So if you don't see your county, that means the county's taken, and you're gonna have to get a surrounding county, or that's it. I mean, it's taken. So we still have obviously we have a ton of, like Delaware. We have a ton of counties. Actually, there's a couple there in Delaware. But what about California?
LA, I believe, is available.
If Los Angeles County is available, I'll be amazed.
It
Los
is.
Angeles? Where is it?
You just passed it.
Did I? Oh, L. Okay, so here's the deal. Los Angeles County is the absolute biggest county. Is it
In
the biggest
America.
county in America? It is?
It's got to be
So
up
you
there.
can secure Los Angeles County for the exact same price. You can do it for any one of these other counties, which is amazing, which is crazy. So remember, all you got to do is go to 1-800-FAIROFFER.com/register, 1-800-FAIROFFER.com/register. All right, now let's go to your, what's the page, Alex, for the
1-800-FAIROFFER.com/I buy
buy
houses.
houses?
Yeah, and then you're going to need to put the question mark and the seed.
After the /?
Yes. Question mark seed equals.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
here's my seed, buy my home, right? Now what you're going to say up here is going to tension, watch how this dynamically. So this seed is automatically inserted in the campaign. See what it says? Buy my home, guys. It says buy my home, guys, up here. Buy my home, buy my home. Fair cost, sell your house to the premier buy my home company today, right? So this dynamically changes, and the meta tags dynamically change, which is incredibly important. So now what happens is someone puts in their zip code, right? They press continue, how it works, and this is a extremely high converting page that you saw. So now I'm going to take away the seed, and I'm going to put hi, my name is Alex. See, look at, hi, my name is Alex, guys. Hi, my name is Alex. Look it up here. Hi, my name is Alex. So it completely dynamically changes to the seed, whatever the seed is.
And we have the campaigns built
Yeah.
in Google so that the seeds are going to be relevant to the way people are searching.
So this would be the seed sell house fast. Now watch it up here. Watch this area right here and this right here. Looking for sell house fast, guys. And look, it changes up here. Dynamically inserts it, which is pretty killer. Now this right here gives you a ton of clout with Google because of the quality score on there, which is awesome. Cool. Let's get to some questions here.
Looks like we've got wherever that was in Washington, Oklahoma City, and someplace in Wisconsin, to name a few so far, and more on the way.
1-800-FAIROFFER.com Facebook page for my county was started June 27th. Yeah, June, we launched a beta group in June, and that's when the Facebook page is set up, Dustin. Yeah, this is from Johnny. Says, why not segment the population of it by county? Because we could possibly do that, because then it gets very difficult. So now we're going to go into LA. We're going to take 500,000 here, but then if you want to market in LA on the radio, then it kind of spills over to the next guy. You know what I mean? So we just did it to make it simple by county. We could make more money if we did what you said, John, and only did by 500,000. We could make way more money if we sold for zip codes for $97. But the bottom line is we want to have good quality people promoting the brand, and we have another ulterior motive, that is going to blow up 1-800-FAIR offer. And I'll give you a sneak peek. A sneak peek is we own the domain fairoffer.com, and we're building fairoffer.com as the premier site for where sellers will go to sell their house. There is no site that people think of right now of where they want to sell their house. If they want to find out a home value, they go to Zillow. If they want to figure out what their car's worth, they go to Kelley Blue Book. If they want to sell their car, they might go to, what's that other one? Auto Trader or something like that. But if you're thinking about sell your house, what do? You either call a realtor, or you get a look at the postcard, or you do some search. So what we're building is fairoffer.com, which is the site where sellers can go, and it'll be branded as that. And then they're going to have a choice to sell the property retail, to sell it wholesale, which those leads, national leads, will be generated for 1-800-FAIR offer licensees in that particular market. So we want to make sure all of our particular counties are sold prior to launching fairoffer.com, because fairoffer.com, we plan on taking that company public, and getting public money coming in for it, and then building it so it's a national brand. You'll see it all over the TV. You'll see it all over the radio. It will be something where it will be a known name, of fairoffer.com, and the leads that people they pick wholesale, those leads will be generated and given the opportunity to 1-800-FAIR offer representatives. What is the price? It's a fully. What is the price? Price. Okay. It's a fully refundable $860, right? And if you're selected, the $4,000 balance is due within 72 hours, or it goes to the backup licensee. Sheesh. We have tons of questions. Holy cow. Gotcha, fellow. Fellas, let me know when Pinellas County, Florida opens up. That's a good market.
I think the licensee we have there has a monopoly on that area.
Yeah. This is from Frank Heron. He goes, how would this be better from Sell Now or We Buy Houses? It's different. It's a different brand. I mean, it's just the bottom line. In my opinion, right? In my opinion, fair offer, sellers want a fair offer. It's a magnetic marketing. It's been proven. We've tested it. It's tested in our marketing. Sellers respond to 1-800 fair offer. They respond to it. And obviously, first off, the cost is different dramatically. It's way, way cheaper. To buy your county with these companies, it would cost, I think $30,000-$40,000 a year to be able to do it, or more. So it's a big difference. Are you looking forward to bring it to Canada? Actually, I haven't thought about that.
We haven't even. Yeah, I haven't even looked at that.
We could.
Yeah, that'd be a whole nother way of doing things.
Yeah, this is from Kevin. He says, I'm just getting started, but working cable television advertising space. You are correct. Dividing ad space by zip code would be darn near impossible. It would be difficult.
Yeah.
What is the what is the reasonable amount of money considered for marketing? Um, this is for Margie. You know what is you? It's very difficult, Margie, to do an annual marketing budget. But what you can do is commit to putting 15% back into marketing. Okay, and what happens is when you grow, that's how you grow. So month one you might put 500 bucks, but month 11 you might put 12,000 bucks, because what's going to happen is you're reinvesting your profits. You're playing with the house's money. You're reinvesting 15% back in the marketing, and what that is doing, you're strategically growing your business. Why does the county of 5,000 people cost the same as one as 5 million people, Alexander? Because it does. It's just because it does. Because the price is so low compared to everybody else in the marketplace, that we made it simple as possible for people to be able to purchase a county, whether it be large or small. And we don't want to make it confusing. We want to do it by a zip code basis. We don't want to break the map into quadrants, which we talked about. We just want to make it simple on a per county basis, first come, first serve, and it's simple to do it that way. And maybe we're not that smart. Maybe that's it.
No, it's an opportunity that you can grab as fast as possible, and even the counties that are smaller, it's still a great value.
This is from Danny. Will we be emailing a replay? I want to pass it on my business partner. Yes. If Chelsea captured it, got it. I don't understand that question. Is Miami-Dade available?
No.
Nope. How long is the beta test ending? I don't know. I mean, we're building. We're in the momentum stage right now. We're building it probably tomorrow. How long is the license for, Rodney? Great question. It's for lifetime. How do we get on the waiting list for the county?
We
Alex?
don't have a waiting list.
Yeah, we do. We have everyone that has applied, everyone that has put in their information for that particular county, or
well, if you it's not set up for a waiting list right now, but you can just email us.
at alex@alex.com.
Yeah, you can email at support@1800fairoffer.com and say what county you want.
Okay. If all good counties are taken, where would you focus on? You know what the beautiful thing about this is talking about doing this virtually. You could buy a county in another market virtually, and you could have a Google AdWords campaign set up there tomorrow, and you could be getting leads virtually in that market. And then working virtual markets are very easy, but this is probably the fastest and easiest way to enter another market virtually. On top of the 4860, how much is charged for postcards? Well, the postcard in the mailing, that's all that we don't charge for that. That's all done by third party. We provide all the postcards. We provide an easy access where you can access and log in, and you can select. So that's not something we charge for. It comes with logo rights to get your postcard. If you want to send one postcard, if you want to send a million postcards, it just depends on the price per postcard. And the more, obviously, the volume, if you send 20, 30, 40,000 postcards, you can get down around 30, 33 cents. If you're sending 5,000 or less, it's about 39 cents. This is from Paul. He lives in Sacramento, and he sees that it's not available. But is Sacramento available?
I don't believe so. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I think I know who the affiliate is there, the licensee is there. Yeah, no, it's not available.
Okay. And then is the second part of his question is, but I don't see anyone operating 1-800 Fair Offer here. Why is that? Well,
Um,
don't know where. It depends on where you look.
yeah, it's up to the
I mean,
licensee on what they
he
want to
might not.
do.
Yeah, he might not be doing direct. He might not be doing pay per click. He might only be doing direct mail, and that direct mail could be going to motivated sellers. And if you're not on that motivated seller list, you wouldn't know he's mailing it.
Right.
He could be, like I said, reinvesting 15% back in the marketing, and then maybe pay per click is on his horizon to do that in a month or two. So obviously he paid for that county, and I'm sure he's going to use it and use his investment wisely. Now, obviously, we want people to be everywhere, of course, because it helps promotes the brand.
What county is Sacramento? Is Sacramento its own county? Oh, I'm looking here. Huh.
This is from Spencer. He goes, "Are you and Alex and anyone who has a fair offer county going to take over the real estate market all over the U.S.?" Well, if Donald Trump can't do it, there's a pretty good chance that Alex and I can take over the real estate market. I don't think. I don't think it'd be. I think it'd be. You can't. It'd be pretty hard for one single entity to take over the real estate market. What it will be is be like that's like saying Zillow has the only what is my home worth site. When you have homes.com, you have redfin.com, you have trulia.com, and those are all top ranked in the world sites for that. So the bottom line is that our goal obviously is to be an engine in people's minds where if they're thinking about selling a house, that's the first place they go is fairoffer.com. They can go in there, they can get an offer, whether it be a retail or whether it be wholesale, or if they want to check out what rental markets are. So this is a good question from Rachel. How are startup people in your academy going to be doing their business when her rolls into their town? It's very different. It's from a branded standpoint, just like we talked about. There are people that will answer branded, and there are people that will answer unbranded. Okay, so I market from both. I market from a branded standpoint, and I market from an unbranded standpoint. So what happens is I am able to capture all portion of the market. Now, does that mean I will get every single deal in my market? No. There'll be other wholesalers that will get deals from bandit signs. They'll get deals from other mailing, other niche lists. They'll get deals from fire damage lists. They'll get deals from, code violations. They'll get deals from referrals. They'll get deals from other bird dogs. They'll get deals from other search engine optimization tactics like using Google AdWords. I mean, using YouTube or and stuff like that. So to answer your question is that one person, right, might become a go-to investor and maybe a number one investor, but the number one investor doesn't get every and all deal. It just doesn't happen. There's so many deals on a per market basis. There's luxury deals. There's apartment deals. There's multi-unit, small multi-unit, 4 units and under. There are land deals. So so to put to put a worry on someone that's in the say Flip to Freedom Academy that is now in the 1-800 for hours shouldn't be scared of that. It should be in a position where you can continue marketing it from unbranded, which I've done my entire career and I still do today and do it successfully. That you can market from an unbranded standpoint, but make sure you have the ability that you can go big. Reinvest back in your business. There might be a 1-800 Fair Offer representative that doesn't think big. that doesn't have a team of people. It doesn't have an inside sales rep, an outside sales rep, and have, do 100,000 postcards a month that you can scale to. So Richard, you're a big thinker. You want to go out and you want to create a big business with it, and you can do it with unbranded marketing. And 1-800-FAIR OFFER gives you the ability to attract a different segment of the group, which is a phenomenal thing. It's a great opportunity for people that that their county is available. Yes, they can do this virtually, absolutely. But this is a great system to do virtually, probably one of the best. Yeah, possibly. Orange County is a difficult market, but it just becomes strategic marketing, right? And marketing for the right sellers, And I think something like radio would work incredible in there. The replay should be out probably tomorrow, hopefully, if we can get it edited and done. All right, that is it for the questions. Go to 1-800-FAIROFFER.com and register ASAP. Secure your spot. If not, go to what's the support? 1-800-FAIR-OFFER. Just support says to get on the waiting list.
Support at 1-800-FAIROFFER.com.
Support at 1-800-FAIROFFER.com. Boom. All right, guys, 1-800-FAIROFFER.com, register. We will see you, and look forward to talking to you here in the future. And we'll talk to you soon, answer some more of your questions, and otherwise get started at 1-800-FAIROFFER.com. I'm excited to help build this brand big. Any last words, Alex?
Nothing magical to say, but it was a great call, and look forward to working with all the new licensees as they're coming aboard here.
Boom!
And boom! Last word.
No, it's boom baby. That's
boom baby.
That is trademarked by me.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I should say boom baby R with a circle around it. Now I'm good.
Boom 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 baby. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night. God bless, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.